Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz, June 24, 2015, 1:37 a.m. Birmingham. Heads up, folks. In September, the UN launches a major sustainable development agenda. And I will shorten that and say global warming. This will be put in place and acted, forced upon when he comes to visit on September the 24th, 2015. The Pope will point the finger at America for the major cause of global warming, which is 100% fake. This will be the cause or the start of the birth pains for the coming tribulation. The major cause of irregular weather is HAARP, H-A-A-R-P. Then add in the chemtrails, then the vortex that's placed around the planet, and 90% of them are over water. The vortex is another portal. And then you have the CERN collider. I keep hearing it's already been full speed, but then I'm hearing now the full speed will be reached, and this is the most. In other words, they've had full speed multiple times with smaller amounts, but this time they're going to do something. They're going to open something they wish they hadn't. But that'll be reached in September as well. And along with other portal openings throughout the world. So people, we are in trouble. But Christians, pay attention. Your faith will sustain you. Just keep praying. Now, they say global warming in 2015, so far, we have still, for the last 20 years, a net increase of ice on Earth. Global warming, but we still have more ice. Each year for the past 20 years, a little bit more ice. So how can that possibly be? So, as the Bible talks about floods, judgments, and then you have trumpets, seals, vials, and I've talked about this before, and I say the possibility, but I'm going to say the certainty of the seven thunders, in which the Lord told the angels, do not reveal. So no one knows what the seven thunders are. I think there are going to be additional judgments because the Bible says the Lord will bring additional judgments. And, by the way, the two witnesses are able to bring judgments as well. And they're going to cause it not to rain in the Middle East for 3.5 years, by the way. So inside the earth, get this, inside the earth, there is more water inside the earth than there is on the surface by 2 times. So whatever we have on surface, make it simple, 100 gallons. In the earth, you have 200 gallons. So inside the earth, there is gold, and there's a lot of gold. If you took all the gold out of the earth, it would cover the whole earth, the whole ground on the whole earth, in a layer 3 foot deep. More emeralds, rubies, jewels than a man can imagine. If you're going to have a temple with 1,500 miles square and each floor 125 miles apart, and each are made out of emeralds, rubies, jewels, and the streets are paved in gold, there's going to have to be a lot. So they're there. And we talk about, and we are going to talk about entering into the tribulation. California needs water, okay? They need it bad. But look at Texas and look at other lands. Look at India, for example. There's so much flooding. They could give California enough water to overflow and they would still be flooding. So the water's just been put in different places. But I got something interesting here in a minute. So when the Pope comes, and Al Gore and other liars will impose upon us, Americans, fines on things we have no control over. Why? Well, it's to bring America down and give it to the UN. And then the UN will give it to the leader of the New World Order. This is the reason this government has to fall in America, is so that the New World Order can come to pass. Okay. Water, food will be made very costly. And the time will come when you work a whole day for enough food for that day. The Jews have already been through this with a Pharaoh. In the end days, we'll go through the same thing, except it'll be with Satan. In the tribulation prior, America will crash. A rock will hit Earth at some point, some meteor, and the things mentioned in the Bible will happen. But you can bet, Christians, you're safe. So let me read you the September 2015 events right here. 2015, September 11th, our Harbinger, which is spoken. The previous two harbingers, we had major stock market crashes. This will be the third, and it will be the worst by far. September the 13th, the 70th Jubilee. That's going to affect the world, but mostly the Jews, but it's going to hurt America in a major way. September the 24th, Pope brings global warming agenda. September 26th, get this, Pope, another surprise, not yet revealed. But is he going to come to reveal to the world of the new visitors that he's calling the aliens? A lot of people think that that's what's going to happen in September also here in the United States. Then you have September 28th, the final blood moon. What's going to happen there? Something with Israel, but it's going to affect the rest of the world. Then September, not a set date, full speed on CERN collider. We don't know what that's going to do, but it's not going to be good. September will be the world's worst year since the flood in the days of Noah. But you can get through it. That door is still open. It's closing, but it's still open. Still free. Go to Christ. Acknowledge Christ. And his hand of protection will be on you. God won't destroy anything that's cleansed by the blood of Christ, including you and me. Jody Wolf Expoz.